Hi guys, my name is Brendon from Solemix Studios. Today I'm going to do a little song breakdown for you. This is a track which I started in my previous studio in Zimbabwe. It's called Moving On. It's a nice catchy little number. Sort of got a bit of a spring in my step when I wrote it. It's all about moving on from an old life to a new life, you know, moving countries, moving your whole livelihood, trying to start up a new business, that whole thing. So yeah, I'm going to show you how it all began and my song process. So what I did was I came up with there's a piece of software I use called Loop Cloud, and I know there's a lot of composers and musicians that use various means to get their inspiration, but you know, I normally like to play the guitar, or I like to play the piano just to kind of noodle a bit. But I came across these two loops. One's a nice jazzy guitar number, a little loop, and the other one's a little drum set with brushes. So let me just play those, and then I'll show you where the track went. So it's got that kind of sitting by the seaside, you kind of waves brushing up against your feet. And then there's this brushes drum set. So they go quite nicely together. So then that led to this breakdown. So let me play you the song that's in with all the other instruments put in.
I got my cab loaded up and ready to go. Yeah, a bit like me, she's a broken old beat-up girl.
So lots of spaces between the vocals here.
The rugged roads are taking their toll. And now I'm spent, I'm done, I'm moving on. Yeah, I'm moving on.
Moving on from an old life to a new life.
That's me, I'm moving on.
Nice
That's
top line
me,
guitar there.
singing my song.
Walking
That's
bass.
me, I'm dancing along. That's me, I'm moving on.
Nice ending there.
I'm moving to the bright lights where the swinging
So you hear that
music.
guitar's gone now.
I'm headed for that
Quite
big
nice without it,
gold
actually.
smoke. Maybe drive me a yellow taxi.
Yeah, I won't play the whole song. So that's how that's the jazzy version of the song, and I'll show you where it led to. But before I continue, I just want to show you. So what I was struggling with was that jazzy guitar. You know what happens when you end up with a loop. It's quite hard to know how to manipulate it in such a way. So normally what I do is I come up with a loop, and then I would re-record it with my actual guitar. But I was really struggling to find the chords for it, because there's some real jazz chords in there that are muted, but they're hard. It's hard to find out what they are. So I eventually found out what it was, something close. If I mute that guitar now and I show you my alternative, I think it works a bit better, but maybe it's just a matter of taste. So let's hear it again for this. It's got a different flavor. And in the chorus there.
That's me, I'm moving on. That's me.
So it's close, but it's my own sort of take on it. So that's where that track sort of ended up, and you know, I think it's got potential. But what I was really struggling with in this track was, it almost felt like I needed a keyboard in there somewhere, like a nice Rhodes keyboard to sort of balance out that guitar. But I struggled with trying to find something that really worked until I came up with this sort of by mistake. So this is a piece of software I use as well called HookPad, and it's a great little tool for, you know, sometimes you actually got to put your normal instruments away, and you got to try a different take on where to write your material in. And I've used this for quite a few years, and I've come up with some great initial ideas. But what I did was I just put those chords into this, and I came up with basically just literally the first thing that popped up was this this beat and this feel. So now it's a reggae track. Just got this. It's just got much more of a. It's in the pocket. It's there, you know. Same chords, but it's got that. So then I thought, am I gonna have to start again? I was like, maybe I do. Okay, so that's where that song kind of moved on to. And then now if I open up the other track in Pro Tools, I've got a folder called Best. So yeah, lots of work in progress here. Let's find it. Moving on, mix, reggae mix, yeah. Okay, I think this is the one. It just goes to show sometimes you also got to be willing to let go and kill your darlings a bit. You know, having listened back and forth, I still think the jazzy one has a life, and I might have to put both of these on the album. Okay, you're probably going to get a bit of a shock because this is very different to what we had earlier. Much more gritty, and obviously I've mixed this one.
I got my cab loaded up and ready to go.
Love that bass line.
Yeah, a bit like me, she's a broken old beat up girl.
Hey, hey.
Rugged roads are taking their toll. Now I'm spent, I'm done, I'm moving up.
Can you hear that little?
Yeah, I'm moving on. I had my hopes holding on to a happier day.
See, it's very different, but I don't know, I like this one more.
And I've been a fool to be counting on the changing ways.
Got your Bacardi in your hand.
This old town's gone up in flames. Now I'm spent, I'm done, I'm moving up. Yeah, I'm moving on. That's me, I'm moving on. That's me, I'm singing my song.
Very different to the other
That's
track.
me, I'm dancing along. That's me, I'm moving on. So I'm moving to the bright lights where the swing ain't
I've got a little
easy.
gap in there, you see?
I'm headed for that big gold smoke. Maybe drive me a yellow taxi.
Maybe I can just go back to that. So in the beginning we had this, if I show this electric guitar piece here. So we got so that's the phrase there. And then if I go to the what I decided to do was to repeat that in the background of verse 3. And then what I did was I actually edited it slightly.
So I'm moving to the
So it's
bright
got
light. Taxi.
So it just feels right, you know.
So I'm moving to the bright lights where the swing ain't easy. I'm headed for that big gold smoke. Maybe drive me a yellow taxi. Just give me time.
And then if I play that, so this is what came from hook pad. So that original you can hear from what we had before. It's just subtly in the background there.
Give me time and I'll find my real calling. I'm moving on. Yeah.
And then also with the percussion, I've got a piece of software I use called Stylus, Stylus RMX, and just got this little thing boiling in the background here. It's called All Night Party. It's quite a cool. And if you just let me play it on its own here. So it just keeps it bubbling away, you know. Keeps the track kind of, you can't really hear when the track's there, but you take it away, you can.
Give me a yellow taxi. Just give me time and I'll find my real calling.
So that's gone.
I'm moving on. Yeah.
Now it's very subtle, but it just keeps the track moving, no? So the big question with a lot of these songs is, how quickly to cut to the chorus. And I don't know, I just really like, sometimes you don't always have to do what the rule book says. And I don't know, I think that's, I know obviously this is kind of a pop song or a reggae song, but sometimes you got to let it breathe. And I just preferred to have, I could have easily just cut straight to the chorus after made these, cut away a lot of these verses. But then, sometimes you lose something, and I don't know. Sometimes it's better just to let the track be a bit.
That's me, I'm moving on.
And now we've got claps.
That's me, I'm singing my song.
Enhance the snare.
That's me, I'm dancing along. That's me, I'm moving on.
And then we've got a little instrumental coming up here. I need to think about what I'm going to do here. So.
Da 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 da.
Nice. I decided to keep my voice in there.
That's me, I'm moving on.
So then the chorus again. Obviously, I'm not going to play the whole song because I want you to hear it when I release it. But let me play some of the outros here. So what I did was coming to the outro, I had this little rappy vibe going on. And, sometimes you get to, I don't have much chord changes in the song at all. And, I sent it off to a couple of my music producer friends, and one or two of them said, you need to, think about the instrumentation and the arrangement and maybe put a chord change in. And I think I could do that, but, sometimes you also got to get a track and get it out the door and move on to the next one. And I think I'm just going to do that with this one, is rather get it out there and put my energies into something else, So here's the outro.
Moving on, gotta move on, gotta move on. Hey, 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 I'm moving on, gotta move on, better move on. Hey, 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 I'm moving on.
So another alternative outro here.
I'm gonna kick some ass, gonna step in the grass, gonna trip and along. That's me.
This is all ad-libs, by the way.
It's me belong, then I don't belong. Then you don't get me wrong. Gonna sail my ship into the setting sun. To find me, I'm gonna rim along. The phenom lights and the neon lights are gonna burning lights, gonna neon lights. It's me, I'm swinging like an Elton John, and they turn me up and turn me on.
Thanks for listening, guys. That's me for today. Hope you liked it. And I'll be getting the next one out soon. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of my work and my process. And just give you an idea of what we do here at Solemix Studios. All right. Cheers now.